All right, that should be better. All right. Let's go Firebirds. We're going to get fired up. And might have a guest on today joining us. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But thank you, as always, for joining us for a watch-along. Again, we are watching together. You will have your own stream. I will have my own stream, and we will watch together. You can join us in the chat. Let me turn Root Sports a little bit. It's the Kraken Community Iceplex, Gino. Come on. Stay out of the box. That's what Grant Fear is talking about. That's what Jason and I talked about. Got to stay out of the box. Have some tea. Dan Bilesma, they're doing an interview. Pre-game video.
Was a great finals, American League Finals game. Had it all. I wish there was a little more from our team, but they get the win in overtime, and now it's turn the page, reset, and get on the game.
Dan Bosma talking about how the Hershey Bears, they brought it. They had a great game. Wished that his team had a little bit more of that fight, but you turn the page. He's talking about resetting and getting back to Firebirds hockey. Dan's talking about how he liked how the team played in the third period and in overtime, and I would agree. We talked about that on today's episode of Locked On Kraken. If you watched it, we were joined by Jason Hernandez once again. He is the PA voice of the Coachella Valley Firebirds, also a host in the Locked On Network. So we've done squad casts together before and playback watch parties. So it was good to catch up with JD ahead of tonight's game. If you missed it, again, that's today's episode. You can find it wherever you get your podcasts.
Well, and I think, we talk about playing 700 or 420 minutes in a series, and you want to keep playing long enough for everyone to have a chance to be the hero. And you want your team to keep playing the right way. So any and all individuals.
It's interesting. Dan's talking now about different players stepping up, and he's talking about how they counted down the minutes, and you want to play as many games as possible to have several people be the quote unquote hero. And I think we've talked about Cameron Hughes this week a lot, and how he was assisting, he was creating for the Seattle Kraken. He just hadn't gotten a goal in the playoffs. And then he opened up in game 2, got 2 goals, 2 critical goals in game 3. So I like that philosophy, like play long enough, deep enough into the season where everyone has a chance to be a hero. Oh, I realized my microphone is probably far away. Hold on. All right, let's see. This should be a little bit better.
Having experienced the period in the overtime, I think they know that's when we're playing our best. And we've talked about that urgency and desperation, and we've talked about that execution. Right from the drop of the puck.
So Dan's saying that the team talked a lot about execution. The team talked about, playing with desperation at times. So I'm very curious to see how the Firebirds come out in this game. Oops. I also like that Root Sports, they are airing this game. That's I'm watching on Root Sports right now. It's also on NHL Network, but I like that they're playing Inside Kraken hockey, like their off-season editions, right before these games. So you're getting a look at, Matty Beniers talking about where he likes to shoot the puck and stuff like that. Piper does a great job with Inside Kraken hockey if you don't watch it. Piper won 2 Emmys this year as a part of our broadcast on Root Sports. So we've got the best in the business and the best in the Pacific Northwest.
Income, or zip code, and who enable the full potential of our students, our communities, and our country. Explore a career that leaves a legacy you can be proud of. Shape the future. Teach. Each time you take the ice, ask yourself,
so we're going to have a guest join us probably about halfway through the first period, it's looking like. But we're going to be here watching the game. I alluded to this on the last episode of Locked on Kraken, but before the episode today. But Sarah Sivian also wrote an article about this. A lot of people, now that Las Vegas, the Golden Knights, almost said the Aces, but now that the Golden Knights have won a Stanley Cup, a lot of people are retrospectively looking at how they handle free agency in the offseason, and maybe that's a recipe for success, question mark. I mean, some of it is, and I was interviewing someone from women's hockey today, and what he told me is, it's easy enough, arguably, to win one time, but sustained success is the goal. And that's what's really hard. Anyone can win a championship one year, but can you do it again? And can you constantly be in the mix? And I think that's the question for Vegas right now, obviously. I think in some ways they've kind of answered that as a franchise. But yeah, now that they've reached the top, can they stay there? And will their model of really being aggressive in free agency be something that we see other teams do? I mean, generally speaking, hockey is a conservative sport, but I'm very curious to see what that means for the Seattle Kraken. We talk a lot on Knocked on Kraken about a 3 to 5 year plan. I do think the Seattle Kraken were a little conservative when it came to free agency last year. We made enough moves to make a playoff push, but now we went to the second round. What are we going to do to get to the third round and beyond? And that's the question as the puck drops in Hershey. If you missed today's episode, we talked to, again, Jason Hernandez. He's the PA announcer for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. And you might have seen in this series, Coachella Valley versus Hershey, it's the oldest AHL franchise versus the newest AHL franchise. And I asked Jason if he felt that Joey Decord was a little bit of a factor in the loss. And I wanted to get his thoughts. We talked about it on the last watch party, but I thought it was interesting that he talked about the bounces and having to get acclimated to the bounces. And that's a real thing. These teams did not play each other. This is their first head-to-head. So I'm very curious to see how that plays out. We have the broadcast now just showing us the starting goalies and their playoff record. Joey Daccord has a lot more playoff experience than Hunter Shepard, but Hunter Shepard did a great job. We're at the 9:18 mark in the first period. Coachella Valley Firebirds against against the Hershey Bears. The Bears now in their offensive zone. Bring it back to the blue line. Had some traffic in front. Puck hits traffic in front. Now the Coachella Valley Firebirds bring it through the neutral zone. Looking just to dump in, but have to retreat back to their defensive zone. And dump it in. Played by Shepard. The Bears have it. A little bit more open ice we're seeing, at least early on in this game, as we go back and forth in the neutral zone. The Hershey Bears have it. 18:35. That's where we're at. And again, just back and forth right now in the neutral zone. Wide open ice for now. We saw in game 3 that the Hershey Bears did a really great job standing up the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Oh, bad turnover. Oh, my. Almost an opportunity for the Hershey Bears as Joey Daccord, he played that puck awkwardly, and the Hershey Bears were on the forecheck and just didn't get enough on that puck to make it dangerous. But not the heads-up play that we're used to seeing by Joey Daccord. And again, we talked to Jason about that a little bit. Hey, Megan. Good to see ya. Thanks for joining us once again. So we're in the first period. Shots are one aside at the 17:48 mark. Shane Wright on the ice with a little back check action as Hershey gets another shot up on Joey Daccord. Another thing I noticed in game 3, and we talked about with Jason on today's episode, Joey Daccord in rebound control didn't really have a good handle on the rebounds. And so we see right there, Joey Daccord already misplayed a puck and had a puck come in tight on him and didn't collect it clean, and rebound just drops right in front of the crease. So offensive face-off won by Hershey. They shoot from the point. That's pushed aside by Joey Daccord. Now the Coachella Valley Firebirds, they're having difficulty exiting their zone with possession. So they're having to find the puck in the neutral zone and then dump in. Good forecheck there by Coachella Valley. Bringing it down the left-hand circle along the boards. Hershey, though, dispossesses the Firebirds. We're going to get an icing here, so we'll bring the puck back into the offensive zone for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Still scoreless. Shots are 2-1 in favor of the Hershey Bears. The series is 2-1 in favor of the Coachella Valley Firebirds. This is game 4 in Hershey. We'll play another one in Hershey, game 5. And if necessary, game 6 and 7 returns to Acrisure Arena in Coachella Valley. Coachella Valley keeps the puck in the zone, but again, no sustained pressure, kind of just whacking at the puck. They dump once again into the offensive zone and have to go chase Hershey with the puck. Big hit there on Ty Cartier. And now Hershey with the puck. That's a backhander. Joey Daccord makes a save. Hershey resets. Oh, they fumble the puck on the blue line, but recover. Almost a breakaway opportunity for Podorowski there. But Hershey with a good recovery. Podorowski gives it up. Now Hershey in the zone. They have numbers. A few slip and slide there in the slot, high slot. And a blind pass. Give it right to the Coachella Valley Firebirds, who opt to dump, and they go for a change. Both teams look like going for a change. Shepard plays the puck behind the net. Here comes Hershey. They have numbers. Joey Daccord plays that puck as there was a foot race there. This crowd is loud, and it looks like we're going to get our first penalty. It's going to be a high stick. I believe it is against Cole Lind for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. So we said we got to be mindful of penalties, and the Coachella Valley Firebirds, they take the first penalty of the game. Cole Lind wrapped around and caught the stick high. Easy call to make. So on the penalty kill, go the Firebirds. The Hershey Bears get the first power play of the game. We're at the 15:40 mark in the first period. Shots on goal in favor of the Hershey Bears. 3-1 right now. Still scoreless in the first period. Face off. That's to the right of Joey DeCord. That's stick side. Face off controlled by the Hershey Bears. Playing below the goal line. Shot and a goal! They played right on the goal line. Joey DeCord was able to seal, but again, rebound control. Nobody covering the Hershey Bears. Second chance, and it's a goal. 15:33 left in the first period, but a power play goal. And I mentioned this before. Joey DeCord does like to play the puck with the stick, and he poke checks once again, and that leaves him vulnerable as the puck doesn't get out of the zone, and it barely makes it out of the crease, and he can't reset. Makes the initial save, and then gets beat glove side, top corner. That's a goal. We're in Hershey. It's in Pennsylvania. This is game 4. Game 3, 4, and 5 will be played in Hershey. They're the lower seed coming in. 6 and 7, as necessary, will be at Acrisure Arena in the Coachella Valley. So Coachella Valley find themselves down a goal here early in the first period. Neutral zone along the boards. Evans gets it. Jesper Froden had the puck along the boards, but couldn't find an outlet. Rings around the boards again. And that's all Coachella Valley really has now, is playing it around and around the boards, dumping the puck in. No sustained pressure. Not able to set up anything offensively. And now off to the races here. And that's Shane Wright. But it was Hunter Shepard who got to the puck first. Bears looking good offensively. Talked so much about their defense in game 3, but their offense has come out to play tonight. Yes, still in Chocolate Town. Puck out of play. We're going to get a face-off here. So, yeah, just traffic in front. Coachella Valley Firebirds couldn't get a handle on the rebound. Joey DeCord got beat glove side. High glove side. So we got work to do. We talked about not being in the penalty box, but Cole Lind takes the first penalty of the game, and the Hershey Bears make them pay. So again, this is a watch along. We have an active chat. You can ask me questions, whether it's about this game, about the Firebirds generally, obviously about the Seattle Kraken. But no, I will not be streaming the game. This is a watch along, a little bit different than watch parties that we sometimes can do on playback. And that's because I do not own rights to this video, and I do not want to get this account suspended. Hershey Bears up 1-0 on the Coachella Valley Firebirds here in Game 4. We're in Hershey, PA, watching on Root Sports. You can also watch on the NHL Network. So far, Hershey has really owned this game. Nothing too spectacular for the Firebirds yet. They did have a late start in Game 3 after just dominating Game 1 and Game 2. So that is something that head coach Disco Dan Bilesma said that he liked, that the team showed some fight, but now it's about the consistency throughout the game. Vecchione, the goal scorer for the Hershey Bears. They've looked good. They have an aggressive forecheck. They're really making things difficult for Coachella Valley in the offensive zone. They're also pushing them to the perimeter. So Jason and I talked about play in the slot on the offensive side for the Coachella Valley Firebirds was going to be critical. They just couldn't find their way to the home run area. 12:26. That's where we are in the first period. Shots on goal 4-1. Only one shot on goal for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Again, they haven't had sustained puck possession. They can't really spend any time in the offensive zone. They're even having difficulty keeping and carrying the puck through the neutral zone. It's a lot of dump and chase here, or chip and charge. It's really more of a dump and chase. Dump and chase, chip and charge, a little bit different. We're playing dump and chase hockey right now. But it's something that we alluded to on the podcast, and also something Jason Hernandez said on today's episode, that this is a little bit of the MO of the Coachella Valley Firebirds. They get comfortable. We've seen it throughout the entire playoffs. Now, again, the good news is that they can come back and obviously have won every series in the playoffs, but they would have wins early in the series and then maybe get a little complacent, just kind of phone it in. So we'll see what happens here. Again, shots on goal 4-1. The score 1-0 in favor of the Hershey Bears. 11:43 left in the first period. Again, we're expecting to have a little guest join us here today, so we'll see if that happens. We're about almost halfway through the first period. But if you have any questions regarding this game, regarding this series, regarding the Seattle Kraken, or anything else, let me know. Thanks for joining our watch along. This is the Locked On Kraken podcast, bringing you your team every day, which of course by extension includes the Coachella Valley Firebirds. The Coachella Valley Firebirds are the AHL affiliate of the Seattle Kraken. They're playing in the AHL for their first season. We had about half of the roster of the Charlotte Checkers were prospects for the Seattle Kraken, but they played with the Charlotte Checkers. They are the AHL affiliate of the Florida Panthers. So I called it a co-parenting situation. Did make a playoff run last year. Didn't get to the final. Didn't even get to the conference final. But and see, it's little mistakes like that. Played the puck, or was looking behind Joey Decord to play the puck, and then finally made a pass to no one. It's just not in sync right now for Coachella Valley. They are in the offensive zone right now, though, playing below the goal line. Comes up to the blue line. Trying to tip that was Shane Wright. Tips it just wide, though, of Shepard and the net. Hey, Brad, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. Oh, big save there. Joey Decord goes across the crease. Still in the offensive zone, the Hershey Bears, and they nearly got a second goal there, as we are now effectively at the 10-minute mark in the first period. Shots on goal, they're still saying 4-1, but oh my, that was a fluttering puck across the crease, and Joey Dax had to do the splits and go post to post to make sure that puck did not flutter in. Hershey Bears enter the offensive zone. Try a cross-ice pass. Disrupted. Ends up at the stick of Joey Decord, who will cover up for an icing. Wow. Really dangerous. Really dangerous there, but Joey Decord was in great positioning. So this is game 4 of the Calder Cup Finals. That's the AHL Championship Series. The Hershey Bears came through the East. The Coachella Valley Firebirds, that's the AHL affiliate of the Seattle Kraken. They come through as the Western champions, and the two will play for the Calder Cup. The Firebirds, though, are down 1-0. We are just past the halfway mark in the first period. I got my little... There we go. I'm going to pull up the stats here, the live stats. Hershey's playing really well. They did not play this well in the first 2 games. It was all Coachella Valley. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here in this game. Next game, game 5, is Saturday. Will also be hosted by the Hershey Bears. So they get 3 consecutive home games in the 7-game series. Let me know in the chat. Do you think we're going more than 6 games, or you think we're going to get a game 6? You think the 2 teams are going to split? You think one team can get it done in Hershey? Hershey Bears win that face-off. They're in the offensive zone. Blind pass, centering pass through the slot, disrupted by the Firebirds. They come through the neutral zone, and there goes that chip and charge. That was more of a chip and charge than a dump and chase, but ineffective, as now the Hershey Bears go the other way. So the Hershey Bears are up 1-0. They scored on the first power play of the game. This game is on Root Sports. It's also on NHL Network. And the NHL Network will carry the rest of the Calder Cup Finals now that the Stanley Cup is over and done. They right now on the broadcast are showing the watch party at Spotlight 29 Casino in the Coachella Valley. That's where Gino and Grant Fuhr are. Evan Pitlick, who's also the comms person for the Firebirds, is handling play-by-play duties. No analysts, so I'll do my best to be your analyst for this game. We're at the 8:40 mark here. Hershey leads in shots 5-1. Still just 1 shot on goal. Does that tell you? I mean, I've been telling you, right? They've got no sustained offensive pressure. They're just kind of skating out there. They have 1 shot on goal. Oh. They say it's offside. And here go the extracurriculars. We also talked about this. Coachella Valley can't play that game. They just got to stay focused. It's a little ridiculous. It's too early for this. You know, you're down a goal and you're already, you know, after the whistle going after guys. Come on. Nothing that serious happened where we have to have that kind of play. It's a lack of discipline. You know, I'll say till kingdom come that I do not like the extracurriculars or the excessive hitting in men's hockey. It's unnecessary. It takes away from the beauty of the game. So, you know, Coachella Valley wants to play that game, though. Alexander True gives away a rebound. Blocker save by Joey Decord. just, I mean, so many blind passes, both teams kind of doing this like little over the shoulder situation for what? Square up, turn your body, and get something going. Or better yet, carry the puck. I don't know why everyone's afraid to carry the puck. Nobody's carrying the puck. Hola, Brasil. We're watching game 4 of the Calder Cup Finals. Hershey Bears already up 1-0 at the 7:40 mark in the first period. Shots on goal are 6-1. Just one shot on goal for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. They have a series lead 2-1, but they lost game 3 in overtime and have not looked great in this first period. Now they come through the neutral zone. Shane Wright, left-hand circle, cross-ice pass, shot, goal! Pagansky, what a pass by Shane Wright. A cross-ice pass. Shane Wright pulls the defense. Pagansky from the right-hand circle gets the Firebirds on the board. Beats Shepard near side. Woo! Got it under the chicken wing. Golazo! Let's go. Now we've got ourselves a game. The Coachella Valley Firebirds score their first goal on their second shot on goal. Let's go. Shots on goal 6-2 in favor of the Hershey Bears. The score 1-1. All tied up here. Great pass by Shane Wright. Vamos, huepa. So we're tied. We're tied. Golazo. We're tied 1 goal aside here. 6:30 left in the first period. All right, now the Hershey Bears trying it with their attack. Bring it back to the blue line. Down by the left-hand circle. That shot is blocked in front. Now along the boards, below the goal line, controlled and chipped out of the zone by the Coachella Valley Firebirds. But the Hershey Bears have control of the puck, trying to reset through the neutral zone. A dancing puck controlled by Hershey. A centering pass disrupted beautifully there by the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Now they go through the neutral zone. An attack in the neutral zone by the Hershey Bears. They're doing really good going body to body. Now the Hershey Bears through the offensive zone, through the neutral zone, into the offensive zone. Around the rim. Pushed up but not out by the Firebirds. Hershey Bears dancing along the blue line. Cutting across. Just a little chip. And now the Hershey Bears give up the puck here out of the zone, but they get it right back in the neutral zone. Has not been great neutral zone play for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. .455 here in the first period. That's what we have left on the clock, and it's going to be an icing. So we'll get a offensive face-off for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. They will be to the left-hand side of Hunter Shepard. Hunter Shepard starting once again for the Hershey Bears. Shane Wright at the dot for the Firebirds. And he gets booted out. Face-off controlled by the Hershey Bears. We're saying Shane Wright, 9 points in 20 games in the postseason for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. We've got a shot of the bench for the Firebirds and Chris Drieger, who has been rehabbing from an ACL tear he suffered with Hockey Canada at World Championships last year. But he was recalled to Coachella Valley for this playoff run. He has not seen any action. Everything has been Joy Decord in net. But Chris Drieger is on the bench if needed as we step aside for a commercial break here. But it's all tied up in the first period. Less than 5 minutes to go. The Coachella Valley Firebirds, though, still have a lot of work to do. They are losing the shot battle, but only 1 goal on 2 shots. So I guess you'll take it. All right, I'm going to stand up for a minute. I am not pantsless today. I've got my pants on. Yo, Michael, what's up? Welcome, welcome. We have a 1-1 score here. And we got about 4 minutes left in the first period. Coachella Valley found themselves down a goal early after giving up a power play to the Hershey Bears. But then they get a goal back of their own. And so here we are, knotted at 1 goal aside. Beautiful pass by Shane Wright. Of course, we picked up Shane Wright 4th overall in the most recent NHL entry draft, which is almost a year ago because we got the entry draft at the end of this month. The Seattle Kraken have the 20th pick. Obviously, a little bit of ups and downs, controversy. Shane Wright was believed to be the 1st overall pick to Montreal and fell to 4. Then was with the Seattle Kraken. And then spent a little bit of extra time with the Kraken before ultimately going back to juniors. Finished his season there, came to Coachella Valley, which is where he is now, and he has an assist, 9 points overall for Shane Wright with the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Hunter Shepard with a steal. Back-to-back saves to keep this game level at 1 goal aside. Pantsless eating cereal. I know. I thought about it. I was going to go pantsless. I was going to opt for the shorts. Big save there by Joy Decord. Then he gets snowed. And so the Firebirds push him to the side. Looks like they're going to send Hughes to the box there. Yep, penalty. So again, I want to see Coachella Valley have a little bit more discipline. We're going to look at this save. Oh my, big save by Shepard. Makes his body big, like jumping jack style. But I was going to wear shorts. I was wearing shorts earlier today, but I cut up the AC. So I opted for the sweats. Yes, Hack was pantsless. If you check out some of the media availability we have, you'll see a pantsless and sockless Dave Hackstall right after practice. No cereal. I'm out of cereal, but I do have a banana. Get my protein or potassium. So another power play here for the Hershey Bears. They scored almost immediately on their first power play. They're 1 for 1. We've got 3:24 left. So there'll be about a minute and some change left here after the 2 minutes if it's all necessary. Yep, he was sockless with his slippers on. His post-practice slippers. This camera work leaves something to be desired, but we are at the 2:45 mark. Not much here for the Hershey Bears. Much better PK for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Yep, that's going to be another penalty. That's a tripping call. And every time there's a whistle, the Coachella Valley Firebirds find someone on the Hershey Bears to just harass. They got to stop it. They absolutely have to stop it. It was a lazy stick, easy tripping charge, or tripping foul and penalty. And then they push and shove after. I am only to assume that maybe the Hershey Bears are doing a little chirping, but I talked about this on the podcast. The Hershey Bears have figured out that the Coachella Valley Firebirds are an excitable team. So now with 2:22, make a wish or something, 2:22 on the clock, the Coachella Valley Firebirds have to defend 3-on-5. Face off. Won by the Firebirds, and they're just barely able to get it out the zone. So Hershey has to touch up here. 5-on-3 power play opportunity for the Bears. They've already scored on one power play. We should be getting one player out of the box soon here. 30 seconds on the 5-on-3. 1:56 left in the first period. You see that the Bears are tightening in. Now they're within the circles. A shot, and that goes wide. Joey DeCord might have gotten something. And Joey DeCord makes another save, but didn't make it cleanly and almost got caught there. Woo! DeCord again with a big save, but again couldn't corral it. As now we have 58 seconds left here in the power play. 1:17 left in the first period. Big shot there. And again, second, third chances in front. A scramble in front of Joey DeCord. And the Hershey Bears keep the zone. So tired legs here. Finally, the Firebirds get a change as we have 56 seconds left, 33 seconds on the power play. Exactly, Michael. You got to play a clean game. It's not been great. It's left something to be desired for sure. That's where the maturity, the discipline has to come in. Big shot. Oh, how did that stay out? Ping-ponging in front. So much traffic in front of DeCord. Now you see him kind of pushing with his blocker. 28 seconds. 3 seconds left on this power play. The Firebirds have pushed it the other way, so that will nullify the advantage. 16 seconds now left in the first period. Coachella Valley dumps it in. They're going to opt for a change here. So Hershey picks up the puck. They have control in their defensive zone. Into the neutral zone. 3 seconds left. 2, 1. Oh, almost got a really good look there, but time ticks away. And so the Coachella Valley Firebirds get themselves out of trouble, but once again are chirping after the whistle. And that time coming from their captain, McCormick. It's not even a particularly physical game, but it's chippy. Hey, thanks for joining, Megan. We appreciate you coming through. Yeah, I agree. But, again, it was Max McCormick was a part of that. So I mean, I would absolutely believe that Hershey's probably saying some things, but at the end of the day, you got to pick your battles. You really got to pick your battles. And so I'd like to see a little bit more discipline from Coachella Valley moving forward here. Let's take a look at some of these at the stats. I'm going to show you the stats and so we can do this here while we are at the intermission. But you can see the Hershey Bears had 3 power play opportunities. The Coachella Valley Firebirds, they're saying they had 1 power play. I'm going to be honest, I don't remember it. But interesting. Here's what we see as far as the shots. You see, that's where the goal was. That's for the Hershey Bears. And then you see where the Coachella Valley goal was. Just a really great pass across. But that's it. That's all the shots we're seeing for Coachella Valley. Whereas you're seeing multiple shots and tight in on Joey Dax. Anything really within the circle, something high slot here, much more high danger opportunities. I mean, these shots here for Coachella Valley, a little off angle, but this one's probably the best looking shot. Obviously, the goal was not too bad, but yeah, I'm not thrilled with how we're playing right now, if I'm being honest. But they are in Spotlight 29 Casino in the Coachella Valley, and they've got Gino and Grant about to talk about this game. And they're talking, Gino Lamont and Grant Fuhr talking about penalties. And Grant said, hey, don't take stupid penalties. And now they're talking about how Coachella Valley took stupid penalties. They're going through just some of the highlights and again talking about how the Hershey Bears, they scored pretty much immediately. First of all, they got a power play immediately and then they score. They make the most of it. So that's something that Coachella Valley is going to really have to clean up in this second period. Hey, Jeremy, what's up? Ooh, fellow bartender, or I should say I'm a former bartender, but you never know when you got to go back. I love it. That's awesome, Jeremy. Yeah, this series is on NHL Network, also on Root Sports TV. So that's amazing. I love it. I love it. You're getting all fired up for the series. I love it. But they're showing the highlights right now. That was a sick goal. Just gets it under the chicken wing, as I said, or maybe lifted it just below the glove and or just through the glove and the shoulder area. But it's Poganski from Wright and Rafferty. That's the goal for Coachella Valley. Vecchioni for Hershey at the 4:27 mark. Poganski scored at 12:41. So over halfway through the first period. So they have an intermission show that they're doing from Spotlight 29, which is where the watch party is for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. It's super cool. I mean, you got Hockey Hall of Famer Grant Fuhr right there with doing a live broadcast. That's pretty awesome. All right. quick little intermission for me. I'm going to grab a drink. Also, take this time to do a little stretch break, but we'll be right back for the intermission report.
Brilliant smile. Crest has you covered. Nice smile.
All right. Got my beverage of choice. Okay. Jeremy's asking, what prospect are you most excited to see get a shot next season with the Kraken? You know, that's an interesting one. I think the obvious answer is right. Ty Cartier thought he was really great in the playoffs. So what would it look like if he was with us for the regular season? I like Cartier because, and Jason Hernandez and I talked about this on the podcast, but he's a great two-way player. He's really worked on his two-way game. When he was up with the senior team in the NHL, he proved that he's not afraid to not only withstand contact, but he's not afraid to create contact. So I love that. I think Riker Evans could be another prospect that we'll see sooner rather than later. After that, I think it's a little bit of a toss-up, and perhaps what we see here in the playoffs will yield what we see, and obviously training camp, right? I think Cameron Hughes has been a player that has had a lot of success. He's kind of like the he's kind of like the Oliver Bjorkstrand of this group, at least in the postseason, where he had a bunch of assists, but he didn't immediately get a goal. And so that could be interesting. But if you want to know about prospects, and we have a question here from Jeremy Armstead, I want to take you to the voice of the Coachella Valley Firebirds, at least the PA voice, the one and only Jason Hernandez joining the chat. Welcome.
Ooh, boy, what a period. That was... I'll let you answer the question first before I get to my thoughts on the first.
Go for it. Oh, look, I'm seeing you on my screen. What is that jacket, my friend? Holy cannoli.
Wait, I'm on the screen?
Yeah, you're on the intermission report right now. Are you watching? Are you streaming it? They're doing.
No, I turned it off for a second.
They're doing the spotlight on Kristen again. They've showed this before. I've seen it. So I got to
Oh
see.
God, is it me with the fancy jacket?
I love it.
My fancy jacket's on NHL Network. Oh my God.
Yeah, there it is. Fresh shave too. Not what we're seeing. You got the playoff beard right now. Look at that. The one and
Oh
only
my God.
PA voice right here with us. So JD, oh, there goes Kim, because so Kristen used to work in Tucson. I knew that.
Yep.
I learned that when I was out in Tucson with Kim shadowing her. But anyway, we'll get back to that. I do want you to answer Jeremy's question. Jeremy has been getting fired up. He's a bartender and has had the Calder Cup playoffs playing in the bar and has been following the Firebirds. And so let's get to it. How would you answer this question? I already gave my 2 cents, so you go for it.
Okay. I'm excited to see Ty Cartier get a shot. I think he's been the most deserving player. I mean, selfishly, as someone that's employed by the Firebirds, I don't want to see him go because that means he wouldn't play in Coachella Valley. But you have to be excited by the type of numbers he put up during the playoffs. And this is, again, someone that was undrafted. Someone that was kind of, I hate to say it, but he was kind of cast off as an afterthought for a lot of people. So I think there is going to be that proverbial chip on his shoulder to try to prove himself, and I think he's done that. I think he's more than proven himself that he is too good for the AHL. He deserves a legit shot at the Kraken next season. I would be surprised if he doesn't make it, but I I think he can make it. I think he can crack the 20-man roster or
And
opening day roster.
that's what I was saying. I said we got a good taste, and I mentioned you that we talked about his physicality really ramped up, and we saw that before we had even had that conversation. I saw that in that he not only was absorbing contact from guys like what twice his age
And twice his size sometimes.
yeah, exactly. But he was also instigating, and he was able to follow through on hits. So I like that. Obviously, he scored in the playoffs for us. You
Yep.
know, he was playing top line minutes. So I'm very curious to see what he'll do in training camp.
I could only think he would do nothing but good things in training camp.
And he's a little bit more comfortable, right? He was with those guys in the locker room during
Yep.
a historic time for the club. So I'm with you on Ty Cartier. I gave two other names, and I'm curious to see if you had another two names, who would you say, given what we've seen through the regular season for sure?
Oh, Riker Evans,
Yep.
who should have been one of the top prospects of the season, but got overlooked big time. Riker I like, and the other obvious answer is Shane Wright.
Okay, so I did not say Shane Wright. I hear you. I guess I maybe assumed we've gotten a look at Shane. I don't think it's a given with what's going to happen with Shane Wright, but I did
I don't
not
think
say
it is
Shane
either.
Wright.
I don't think it is either. I think he has to work a little bit more this offseason. Again, he's coming. He's still young. He's playing with grown men right now.
Yes. I think, yeah, I did not mention Shane Wright. And I think when we talk about discipline, and quite frankly, there's been on two separate occasions, Ron Francis has kind of alluded to that the organization is putting it in Shane's hands. They want to see him work harder. They want to see him show up a little bit more. I think there's almost a pensive, I get the sense that when he was up with the big club, there was, that he was a little pensive. Ron said something akin to, he had short shifts, and some of that was his own doing, so him taking himself off the ice.
Unfortunately, a lot of it was his own doing.
And so there you go. So I did not say Shane Wright, but I did give another name. So we'll add Shane into the mix. We mentioned Shane Wright by way of, again, the draft is coming up.
What was your other name?
I said Cameron Hughes.
Cameron Hughes, I think, should get a shot, but he's also veteran enough that he might stick around with the Firebirds.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my take on that.
Yeah, I think you look at some of the guys that we have. I mean, we've seen Alexander True a little bit. Max McCormick had an extended run in the inaugural training camp. So I think it's interesting, but I think you're right. Cameron Hughes has enough experience, but now it's like, where is he going to fit?
Yeah, where do you put him?
With the organization? Are you really going to give him a chance? Is he going to get a real chance? Is he going to work to force the issue in training camp?
He's going to have to.
So I think that's the other name that I gave. So I think our last two names between Shane Wright and Cameron Hughes, far from a given, but I think we were in lockstep with the first two names.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Whew. All right, how much time do we have in this intermission? Not a lot of time left.
They thought they had more time. They brought up a guest for the overtime, and they were like, "Oh, we gotta go. Sorry."
By the way, since I assume you're watching the Root Sports feed, right?
I am, yes.
How do you like the Spotlight 29 setup they have going on? It's
not bad. I think when we had it was a very short pregame that they aired. It was a little bit tough because you could hear the piping. We're obviously hearing the broadcast, and then you could hear the echo. So I think it threw people off a little bit. And I think the tables are a little bit interesting. It's an interesting choice to like line them up like almost like school style, as opposed to a little bit more of a casual
theater style.
Yeah, so
and I'll be there on Saturday. So for those of you watching on Root Sports, I think on Saturday as well, For all the Seattle peeps out there, I'll be at Spotlight on Saturday.
Okay, well, we're gonna look. They're
I
showing it right now. We gotta, we're gonna look out for you.
Yeah,
Um,
no, knowing Gino and Grant, they'll probably put me on at some point.
Why not? I mean, again, they've been pulling people up on stage, so that would be awesome. But we have a question here from Michael. During
Yeah.
last year, during the regular season, our goaltending was hot and cold. Do you see any of the Firebirds goalies stepping up and sharing time with Gru in a few years?
It depends on contracts. It depends on what Seattle decides to do with Joey Decord. Martin Jones is a fine goalie. Joey Decord kind of proved himself, even when he was in the National this year. You point to a couple of games where Joey looked almost unstoppable in Seattle, and they love him up there. So, if they offer him a contract, if they maybe give him like 2 years, maybe somewhere around the neighborhood of maybe 1.5 or something like that, I think he could stick around. But it depends what they do with Joy Decord. Or they might stick with Chris Drieger. So,
Well, I mean, the thing is, we have Drieger on contract. I mean, he's with the
Yes.
Firebirds right now because he has been rehabbing from an injury he sustained with Team Canada, with Hockey Canada. So Drieger and Grubauer, we have Gru. We talked about this a little bit on not today's episode, so it must have been.
you talked about it earlier this week.
Yeah, I believe it was because today was your episode. You and I were on again today. But
Yeah.
I think I must have talked about it on Wednesday. I mean, and that's the thing about our goaltending that makes it tough, even for Joey Decord, right? I mean, we got Martin Jones because of Drieger's injury. And I keep talking about this on the show. I'm so ticked off that nobody asked for Martin Jones in exit interviews. Apparently he wasn't requested, so that's why he didn't give one. Because
Yep.
even if he doesn't come back, which I think is probably a high probability that he's not back with us, he's a UFA, but there is a storyline that he's a central part of when it comes to how the Seattle Kraken performed early in the season. And they weren't the most pretty wins in the world, and we definitely saw a deceleration in his performance, but luckily that came at a time when Philip Grubauer was getting his strength back. But I mean, are the Seattle Kraken that successful if Martin Jones isn't able to get some of those wins?
I don't know. I don't know about that. That's a good question.
So goaltending,
It's not the Martin Jones that some are used to seeing. It's not
Right.
California Martin Jones.
and that was the big thing coming in. There was a lot of scrutiny around Martin Jones. We had the opposite. So in the inaugural season, our goaltenders could do no wrong. We were like a top 3 tandem for a lot of preseason polls, and then we just bombed, right? And a lot of that, Drieger never got healthy. Philip Grubauer never got comfortable, and to this day, I think that there was something about the system or what he was being asked to do which wasn't fitting well with him. And he will not ever say anything publicly, but he was not on board with whatever was happening. And then we see there's a goalie change, and Steve Briere comes in, and it's interesting to see what Philip Grubauer didn't say in season 1 versus what he did say in season 2 regarding the goaltending team. So I thought that was interesting. Right. But puck has dropped here.
One of my friends is from Seattle's watching. Is always like, "You were on TV." Like, yeah, I know. What are you drinking, by the way?
Striatic. I've got bubbly.
I don't know if I could show this, but I'm drinking the Firebirds drink.
There's a Firebirds drink.
There is a Firebirds drink.
What?
Only sold at the arena.
What is it? Is it like a power drink? Like
it's an alcoholic drink.
Oh, nice. What's the flavor? Is it like
it's tequila paloma? So it's tequila, pink grapefruit, serrano pepper, and lime juices.
Wow, that's very.
After that first period, I need this.
Fair enough. So the Firebirds now on a power play. Oh, there must have been. I didn't realize that there was a penalty to Hershey because I was looking at the stats and I was like, why is it saying that we had a power play?
Yeah, I thought that was
we
weird
got
too.
one at the right. I was like,
cheers.
Cheers. It sounds delicious. Decord and Gru could be a great duo. I think they definitely. I love that Joey Decord is a talker. I say that all the time. Phil Grubauer is not a talker, but he had such a great postseason. Obviously, Joey Dax is having a great postseason.
Yeah. By
Chris
the way, this
Drury-
power play is not looking good.
Yeah, they're kind of playing how they've been playing at even strength. I've been saying on this stream here that, we're touching the puck, but we're not possessing it.
No.
Oh. So yeah, we're not possessing it. 20 seconds left here on the power play. 10 shots to 5 on goal. That one gets blocked.
I'm a little bit ahead of you, so.
Oh yeah, I'm at the 1808 right now. Yeah, because I'm streaming through Fubo. So yeah,
I'm at 1730. So.
Oh yeah, you're ahead. Yeah, you're ahead by like 35-ish seconds. Ooh.
By a bit.
Yeah, enough.
All of Seattle saw my ugly mug.
No, I love that jacket. That's fuego, if you will.
Oh, the fancy jacket.
Nice. Very nice. Bring in the flavor. Picante. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, that drink sounds really good. What's it called again?
Firebirds Paloma.
Oh, a Firebirds Paloma. There you go.
Ah, crap.
Oh, there you go. So Gru was lights out this postseason, but I think he got really burnt out in the Star Series. I think the whole team was gassed.
Okay.
Oh.
So I spotted a couple problems right there.
There it is.
Firebirds defense was all on one side during that point, and they relaxed. They completely relaxed on that, and that was a perfect pass across the Royal Road. Vecchione's second of the game, I believe. No, that was Vecchione.
Was it Vecchione?
That was Vecchione. Yeah, that was Vecchione.
Yeah, then it's his second. Ah, dear. Yep.
But that was a perfect pass.
Well, and
but also very lazy defense.
Who's this guy who cuts across? Because he does a great job tangling up the only defender that was actually covering weak side. Not only does he tangle him up, but he carries him over to your point so that everyone's on near post side. So then when
that was Ethan Frank.
Ethan, that's a smart play right there.
Yeah.
That's really smart. Hershey plays smart. They're like, whereas sometimes Coachella Valley, they have these, as I like to say, brushes of brilliance. I say that on my I say that on my Chicago Red Stars broadcast, but they have these brushes of brilliance, which are exciting to watch. But then there are times when they just, I said it earlier, like almost like they're dialing it in. So,
by the way, very stupid penalty by Hershey there.
Yeah,
very dumb.
Take away the momentum, crash into the boards. I love this. I guess bad power plays run in the family. I've been talking about this for a little while now because that's at a time the Kraken and the Firebirds were playing in the playoffs simultaneously. And yeah, that's the first thing that I noticed were those special teams numbers. So we'll see here. We'll see what can happen here. As we mentioned a few times in the chat, not a great power play to start off the second period. We'll see if Coachella Valley can bring that energy that they had in the third period and overtime in Game 3.
Ay. Okay. All right. Looks like Hershey's going with the box and just the regular box PK. They're not even going diamond at this point. But they got Colin open on the right side. Lind over to Riker. I do like this PP1 unit has been money for the Firebirds all season long. At least when they've all been available.
Yeah.
Putting Potts in this unit was also good. Another clear away. We're going to go to PP2 now. just to practice.
Well, I mean, what I will
Hershey
say
Bears
is
goal scored by number 19, Mike Vecchione. Assisted by number 26, Logan Day. And number 25, Henrik Borgstrom. Time of the goal, 3:03.
well, there you go. We got the.
I might be
in-game
working another
experience.
game, so I got to get that practice in.
There you go. We got the in-game experience. What I was gonna say is, at least for me, we just got a clearance here. But I mean, that's the most puck possession I've seen. I mean, I know it's on a power play, but still, I mean, all game almost for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. They really have to
they're
work on
playing sloppy.
very. It's just disjointed. I mean, again, there we go, losing it on the blue line, just tripped over the blue line. Joey lets up.
It's a little bit of Hershey's defense, but also just poor puck management.
Yeah.
And the passes are not crisp.
No, not at all. They're lethargic.
This might be their worst game since game 4
Jeez, and see,
of the
True
Western Conference Final.
True didn't walk into the empty space there. If he had,
Nope.
I think that's a shot on goal. At minimum, it's a shot on goal, but he didn't even get to the puck. And see, it's things
All
like
right.
that.
We got a TV timeout here.
All right, you're at the TV timeout. I'm getting there in about 35-ish seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Just losing the puck. Hershey did that a lot in the second period of the last game.
You know the thing, like, the power play wasn't that bad up until the Western Conference Finals. Then they had that long stretch of 4
was that a
games where they
high
did
stick?
nothing. I don't know what that was.
Well, if I can read body language, the Firebirds sure thought it was a high stick.
Mm-hmm.
And he got taken out.
Well, the refs are calling everything today, which is not good.
Well, I mean, also the Firebirds need to relax. Anytime there's a whistle, they go find a Hershey bear to,
They do.
you know, like mush. I'm like, relax. It's not that serious. Like, it's a 1-goal game. Save your energy.
So let's see, how many are joining us today? I'm not privy to that stat, but
Oh,
you are.
yeah.
How many are joining us
We've
right
got
now?
a small but mighty group here. Megan has been in and out. We've got Michael, Striatic. Who else? Jeremy obviously joined us. We had some folks from Brazil. I'm not sure if they're still
Ooh.
here.
I don't speak Portuguese, but if I did, I would say hola.
Ah,
That's
And,
Spanish, not Portuguese.
yeah. Brad was in earlier. So it's, we got some folks in and out.
Yeah. I did like the pass from Logan Day. I thought that was a very well executed pass, but
Yeah.
credit Ethan Frank as well on their second goal.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay. And this is why I'm drinking the alcohol tonight.
Ha. Well, hopefully it'll become a happy hour in a little bit. Is that in like it's in a carton? Like
Cardboard. It's a buzz
cardboard.
box.
Ah, there you go.
It's one of the new buzz box
There you
drinks that we have.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's true. I'm finally seeing the comments now.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, it could.
Could be worse. It definitely could be worse, and we're lucky that it's not.
Oh, Coachella's lucky they're not down like 3-1 or 4-1.
Easy.
They've played awful.
Not great.
But this is what happened last series, wasn't it?
Yeah,
They kind
were
of
talking
relaxed a
about
couple
that.
games, and then they turned
Maybe
it on in Game 5.
it's their rope-a-dope strategy.
Which, by the way, I just found out that Game 5 will not be completely shown on NHL Network because of Vegas. Vegas decided to put their parade on Saturday nights.
Oh, boo. So they're not going to show it on
Boo.
NHL Network?
Nope.
Well, we'll still have Root Sports. I'm pretty sure Root Sports
I
is
think we'll
not going
have
to
Root
show.
Sports.
Oh, plus
Oh, that's right.
again?
Mariners game's at 7. So
I was like, I don't think
yeah.
they're gonna
So
show the
we-
parade.
no, so we should have it on Root Sports.
Striatic has a question for you, JD. Would you say the Firebirds have a best period?
Second period of Game 2.
So second period of game 2, but like statistically or eye test wise throughout the season, is it still second? Would you say?
Through the season, well,
Do they
I
give them
almost
points?
want to discount that because their best period offensively through the eye test and stats wise was against the San Diego Gulls. But
Well,
that's the
not
San Diego Gulls, so it
not
doesn't
in an
count.
individual game. I mean, like consecutively. Like, so we talk on Locked on Kraken a lot about like the goal spread. Like the Kraken
Ah,
last year couldn't score at all in the first period. I don't see on AHL that they have those stats. And I don't know if Tele
um,
Valley doesn't give them to us at least. Yeah. So like
I
I
would
test
say
statistically, like, do they ramp up early, late in the game, somewhere in the middle?
usually early.
Okay. Yeah, that
No, I take that back. I take that back. There's been more games where they've allowed the teams in it than not. So
okay.
I would say second period's usually their best period,
Okay. Michael's
especially in these
ready.
playoffs. And we've got a hooking penalty. This will be a hooking penalty on number 25, Henrik Borgstrom. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 8:11. I won't say it. But
Shit.
they're on a spotlight 29 power play.
There's
And now they've got to capitalize. And losing the faceoff will not help.
I'm not as far behind anymore. I don't
Yeah.
think.
If they're going to score on a power play, this is going to be it. Right here. They've got to do
All
it
right.
here.
You're feeling it. You're feeling it.
They're going with PP2 to start the power play. Interesting.
Okay.
Actually, they're going with a kind of hybrid of PP2 and Jimmy Schultz. Interesting. I'm okay with this move. I'm okay with Disco Dan mixing it up right here.
I mean, you need some energy.
Yeah. This also needs to show. Okay, now they're going True and Schultz on this unit.
Maybe one too many passes there.
I mean, there's been one good opportunity so far in this power play.
Yep.
Hershey man without a stick.
That always makes me nervous.
Oh my.
It makes me nervous.
This power play is a lot better than the
Ah,
last one.
well, there you go. Am I getting it? I'm at 53 seconds left on the power.
Oh boy. Yeah, there was some good passes there.
Oof. Oh, that's it. Got split.
Hershey got bailed out a little bit there.
Oof.
And now we're back to PP1. Which means Karts, Lindy, Max, Potts, and Riker.
Wow.
I never call anyone by their actual names. Like when I see them, I never.
Thing. It's a very hockey thing. There's a company that they take broken twigs and they make like little shelves and stuff. I'm actually gonna try and get some. I'm thinking only reason I was like, but do I want like a hockey specific backdrop? I mean, because I do videos for other sports as well, so I keep going. That's why I have nothing there. I'm just like,
you watch other sports. Oh,
I know. How dare I?
Kidding. I know.
How dare I? I literally watch all of the sports except for football, American football. And I don't know, fingers crossed. I'm hoping I can ink a contract that would have me basically covering sports. I mean, I already do this, but it would have me covering. Oh no.
Oh man.
Need a multi-sports background, exactly. Oh, here we go. More of this, more of this. But for a network, I'd be able to do all my writing in one place, which would be awesome. And some digital stuff too. So waiting to get the contract finalized, but then it would have me doing WNBA, women's basketball, and NHL. So that's basically all year. I was like, oh, when do I get when could I take a vacation? The answer is never. Not without missing some part of the season anyway. Because the WNBA goes effectively till October.
Yeah.
College basketball starts basically in October, and NHL starts in October and takes me to June. And of course, WNBA starts in May. So, yeah.
All right, we're on a TV timeout here. 9:47 left
TV
in the
timeout.
second
Oh,
period.
it's a stretch break. Stretch break. Not pantsless. Have pants on today. That's a stream joke here. I never was officially pantsless, but sometimes I wear shorts. Sometimes I wear shorts.
A lot of times well, not so much this year because it's been a little cooler this year.
Yeah. Sometimes I wear my Birddogs. I was wearing one of my Birddogs earlier today.
Oh yeah, Birddogs. They're cool.
Birddogs.
Yeah.
Oh no. Exactly. Chained to the sports for all of eternity. I mean, oh gosh, how terrible is my life? No, I'm definitely
Get it out. Get it out. Now I need a drink right now because they got to get this puck out of the zone.
Out of the zone. Let me turn my light on. My other light. I need a little more light. Hopefully that helps. I don't think it really did.
And this is why I have the alcohol, folks. This is why.
Uh-oh. You're ahead of me. You're probably on par with everyone else, though.
Yeah. I think you mentioned one of your watchers is a bartender.
Yeah, I don't know if Jeremy's still in here.
Are they watching at one of the local bars? Not
sure. Jeremy, that question's for you. Are you still with us? Let us know.
Yeah.
I know, Michael, you said you were thinking of dabbling. I was a bartender for a really long time. And actually, there's a new pub opening here in Tulsa, and I'm thinking of moonlighting for them a little bit, just because it's always good to have bartending skills. It's a great little party trick. So we'll see. But bartending's a good time.
When we have our locked on meetup, which will happen eventually.
Eventually. Well, if I get this gig where I'm doing all my writing for one place, I'll be able to double up a little. I'm gonna still do the podcast. I put that in as something that they have to put into the contract. Obviously, the stuff I do for Black Rosie Media has to stay in. It'll be a part of my contract. But I would be able to maybe travel and then write my NHL stories when I'm on the road. So I got to put Coachella Valley on the list.
Coachella Valley is waking up.
Let's go. They're getting physical in front of the net. You know, I love to see it. I love a good net front presence. That's like my jam. That's why my boy Ryan Donato. Come on. Oh, wide. Just a bit outside. I haven't been to a baseball game and I haven't been to an MLB game in forever.
You know, after what Rob Manfred said today.
Oh dear. That's true.
I could understand why a lot of people are not wanting to go to baseball games right now.
I mean, yeah, just trash. Basura. But I bet they won't do that for military appreciation nights.
Oh, of course not. No, but the thing about the Oakland A's, I mean, I feel for those fans.
I know.
I go up there every year.
Bartending is a lot of fun.
Amelia is the PA for the Oakland A's and the San Jose Barracuda.
Oh.
And she does a fantastic job.
That's awesome.
I think she'd be heartbroken if the A's move.
To Vegas? Who the hell wants to play baseball in fucking Vegas?
Are we allowed? Okay. Since you opened the door, it is so damn ridiculous that Rob Manfred had the gall to say, oh, this is a crowd that's about league average. Like, yeah, because of the owners, because Oakland, you know, closed off the rest of the sections. Otherwise, more fans may have come.
That's
Or John
crazy.
Fisher was too cheap to open up the rest of the concessions behind the bleachers.
Yeah. Well, isn't that what they're doing? What are they calling it? A reverse protest?
They did a reverse boycott
Oh,
a
a
couple nights
reverse
ago,
boycott.
which
Yeah.
if it wasn't for this, I would have gone. Like I was so hoping to go up there and the schedule would have worked out. It did not.
Yeah.
Also, not having a car didn't help.
Yeah. All right. Just to check here, I'm at the 750 mark essentially. Shots on goal 13 to 12. So we're catching up there. Still 2 to
I'm
1.
at I'm at
Hershey.
710, so I'm probably more aligned with people watching on terrestrial, on Root Sports, on
Yeah, because
NHL
it's gotta
TV.
get to me all the way in Tulsa. So it takes apparently 35 seconds. It's like forever in TV time.
Yeah,
Alexander
and
Drew.
true.
I always think of Spadao. How do you say it? Spadao Ballet, that song. I know this much.
It's making you nervous. Imagine me. Imagine how I feel.
We're all fans here. You just go to more games, is all.
That's one way to put it. Sure.
But none of us, the one thing that we all, I know this much to be true, none of us can have a direct impact on the game. So we just got to watch and hope for the best.
I mean, I've been told several times. You're the one person that can kind of have a direct impact on the game because you've got to get that crowd going. Like you and a bunch of other people
But that's
try to
not
get the
direct.
crowd going. It's not
That's not-
direct.
It's not.
It's a very indirect, maybe 0.1
Yeah.
way to affect it. Although I did love what Joy Decord said after an interview. He said, "It's like that every game. Like
Yeah,
the
I
crowd
saw that.
energy." Yeah.
I will acknowledge JD is a bigger fan of the Coachella Valley than me. I'm still nervous though. This game is huge. Agreed.
It's a huge game.
That's why we have
At,
these
thi-
watch-alongs.
at this point of the season, every game's huge.
Every game's the
Now
biggest
that
game in
we're so
franchise
close
history.
to the
Are y'all doing that too? Like this is the biggest game in franchise history. But also, it's true.
It's true. No, that's true.
That's how it.
Oh, no,
Oh.
that's Alexander true.
Ha! Aha! I see what you did there. Heyo!
Hey,
Heyo!
I love Chuzy.
I like him. He's Danish, yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been an Olympian had, things
Yeah.
gone well.
I do love that even a couple of the players are like, dude, sick beard.
Nice. Yeah, it's growing.
Well, like
growing.
I'll catch him playing sewer ball because we we take the same entrance going into the
Sewer
arena.
ball. I don't think I've ever heard it called that.
FML.
All right. Well, in 35 seconds, I'll find out what you mean by that. Last now. Oh, I'm frozen. And it looks like we're streaming through a toaster. There it goes. Is that a Hattie?
No, Ethan Frank
Oh.
scored it.
Oh, Ethan Frank. Oh, okay. I mean, they
Did
all
that puck get deflected? It may have been deflected off of Frode's stick.
Let's see. I'm at the replay now. I can't really tell from there. Let's see if this angle tells me better. I don't know. I think he got it clean.
Yeah. Yeah, from that angle, he got it clean.
Yep, he actually shoots around the stick.
This is
Joey
just
gets-
like last game.
Yeah, Joey's getting beat glove side a lot.
Yeah, it's happening more right now. Which is not a good sign.
I've never heard it called sewer ball. I have never heard that before in life.
Oh, how the hell do you not call that?
I hear like, a little footy or what it's like. I can't remember exactly what the shorthand is, but basically like keep the ball in the air.
Coachella's getting frustrated.
Well, ooh, Shane Wright. Ooh, hello. Where's the arm?
Yeah, I've I've always heard it called sewer ball.
Or like keep away. I think I've heard before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard sewer ball. Must be a boys hockey thing. Women don't call it sewer hockey. I can tell you that for sure.
I mean sewer ball.
Whatever. I said hockey. Sewer ball.
Sewer ball.
Sewer ball. The I've never heard. I can't speak for all women, but I've never heard a women's hockey team call it sewer ball. So it must be a boys hockey thing.
Alcohol's needed.
I do have a little. I have a little.
If y'all have drinks at home, this is the time.
Maybe for the third nightcap.
Yeah.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Yeah, I've heard it like again. I don't know. I can't remember the term. Like it's not keep away. That's not exactly the same. But there's like keep the ball in the air.
Keep the ball in the air. Yeah.
I can't remember the phrase, but or just footy. A little bit of footy. Vodka lemon. Actually, I have some local Tolson vodka that I bought yesterday. I haven't popped it open yet, but I believe it's native owned, which I love to support. And I still have some more seltzer, so I might partake. Is that the vibe? Is that the vibe we're going for in the third?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
I'm gonna drink water for the rest of this period, and then
Yep.
go back to that drink in the third.
All right.
I might need it.
Yes. I think I still have some of I try to get fancy with it, and I make hibiscus ice cubes.
Ooh,
so then
that
I add
sounds
a
good.
little extra flavor. Yeah, I do hibiscus and lemon. And I really use it for my tea, but I could also use it for a little drink.
See, we gotta have our locked on meetup at some point,
Absolutely.
and you can be our resident bartender.
I would love that. Mixologist, yes.
We have a couple mixologists actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like who else?
Chris Maselli, who co-hosts Locked On Avalanche.
He's in New York, right?
Yeah.
He seems dope. I could see that for sure. All right, Chris and I will handle the bartending duties. I love.
I guess I could handle
flavors.
I guess I could handle whatever like games we play and whatnot.
Lemonade, yeah, I love it. Yeah, let's have a
Joey.
picnic. We got to do it. Are some folks are going to Nashville? Yeah, I remember that from like
some are going to Nashville. I'm not heading out there. I have way too much going on right now to deal with.
Vanilla vodka in any like dark soda is so good.
As far as I know, I think there's 3 hosts heading out there for the draft.
Well, I mean,
I know thought about it.
Yeah. When my mom is visiting, of course she picked like there's so much happening in sports that weekend. And I was like, Ma, but she's a teacher, so that's what worked with her schedule before summer school. So I will not be in Nashville. I will be hanging out with my mom here in Tulsa, which I'm really excited about. But I was gonna try and go down because the Professional Hockey Writers Association, they have their meetings at the draft and at All Star, and I'm the chair of the women's chapter now, so that would have been my first outing to be able to go, because I was at the All-Star, but we didn't know there was going to be a women's chapter, so I didn't catch up with any of the writers. I was hanging out with Armando, but yeah,
Hermano.
That's it. We need to do a Latinos takeover.
I'm game.
Let's go.
I am game.
Who else do we have?
I think right now it's Robin, Armando, and you and I.
Well, I caught up with Robin in Arizona for the PHF final, which was super dope. I loved that Robin was able to cover it. And we met for the first time officially, so that was dope. So yeah, I've connected with.
I'm not going to go on the list, but. Oh!
Uh-oh. Okay. All right. How 3:43 for me at least left until we get to the drinking portion of this watch along. We're gonna have to make it work.
I purposely went behind a few seconds, so it's not as bad of a delay.
Well, thank you for that. Oh no!
Yeah.
Man. Primo opportunity. La oportunidad. I'm trying to remember. No, we didn't get to connect in New York, right?
No.
Yeah, we were going to. So, I guess
it got really busy.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yes, we need bounces. All right, Michael, you're in. You always need a solid busboy. That's important. Keep the ice flowing. That keeps the drinks flowing. That keeps the tips up. Sold. All right, so we're gonna have to figure this out. It probably makes sense to do. I'm down to do one in Seattle as well, but we'll do one in Coachella Valley. We'll do one in Seattle. We'll do a locked on soiree of sorts, and just have a good time. Meet the people.
I've had a few fans come and seek me out because, of everything I do, with the Ducks, and now this.
Yeah.
We got some cool fans.
You know what? I think it's pretty cool too. What's always a little bit, I have to sometimes apologize because I don't get to see people's faces. And so someone will come up to me. They're like, "Hey, Eric, are you live streaming today from practice or something?" And I'm like, no, but hi, I'm sorry. What's your name? They're like, "Oh, I'm so-and-so." And I'm like, "I'm sorry. I recognize your name now, but I don't know what you look like." Because we can do the chat, but we don't.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a video component when people, the everydayers, if you will.
We meet so many people doing what we do.
Yeah, I think it's awesome though.
Across everything that we do.
Yeah, I love it. That's why I'm like, hey, if you see me, say hi, and please tell me your name because I do want to know, and I might not remember. Or I'll remember you when you say who you are, but I don't know what you look like.
I liked Armando's playoff beard, but he's got nothing on me.
Oh, absolutely not. Yours is coming in pretty solid.
Full. Trey's is decent, but
I didn't see Trey's.
Trey's is decent, but I know how much
I
hair I have right now.
I mean, I couldn't pull off the playoff beard. I did grow my hair.
My hair is getting long too.
Yeah, my hair definitely has. I guess I had playoff hair because my hair has definitely. I am due for a cut. That's why I keep wrapping it or pushing it back because it's super long on the sides, which drives me crazy. Because it'll grow out and then down, but I hate when it grows out. So that's why I keep wearing this because it just keeps everything all together. Ooh, getting physical.
That?
Oh, Joey likes playing with the paddle there. It's so loud.
Hershey's starting to do some chirping.
They've been chirping.
They've been doing a lot of chirping.
It's just that the Firebirds keep getting caught. But I kept saying it through. I was like, yeah, they must be saying a lot of crazy stuff because every whistle, our guys go after them. This camera is making me dizzy. Nice. Yeah. Sometimes I've been doing that too, going like semi-fro with it. Instead of washing out my curls to reactivate the curl, I'll just pick it out and let my soul glow.
So that's kind of a BS call there.
Mm. All right. So,
that could have been embellishment too,
oof.
But you know.
Yeah.
The refs are calling.
Don't shoot it into the body.
A lot.
Don't shoot it into the body. Yeah. I had my throat going earlier, but I needed to. I'm actually moisturizing right now also. Get some moisture in there. So I opted not to pick it out today or for the stream. But I'm with you, Michael. Go for the fro. Exactly. I agree, Michael.
1 minute. 1 minute left in the second period.
I love having a PA announcer on the live stream with me. I was doing a little play-by-play earlier. I got to practice. I'll probably do some more hockey stuff this year. And
just wide of the net was Mike Vecchione trying to go for a hat trick there. Passes it back to Connor McMichael. McMichael passes to the points to Borgstrom. Back to Frank. Now we got some action going on right by Joey Decord. 30 seconds left in the period. And we almost don't have a clearance. No, Borgstrom has it back. Tries a point shot saved by Joey Decord with 23 seconds left in the second period. Still 3-1 advantage to the Hershey Bears. A great bit of defense there by the Firebirds, keeping the Hershey Bears in the perimeter as we check out the replay. Borgstrom, great pass down low. Morelli tried to get a Royal Road pass to Mike Vecchione. Vecchione just had it trickle off his stick. If he gets that score on his stick, that would have been a hat trick for him. But alas, we are still at a 2-goal advantage. So
caught him in the skates.
Yep. I mean, I definitely could do play-by-play. I've done color commentary before.
It's fun.
All right. It is. It is fun doing.
I'll be doing some color for women's soccer this weekend. I'm going to Chicago.
Ooh, fun.
To do Chicago Red Stars. They're having a tough season, to say the least.
All right. That is the end of not only the second period, but the end of the PK. So the Firebirds do well in that regard, but they've got a 2-goal hill to climb.
Running up that hill. All right, everyone. Get your beverages ready for the third period. Got some work to do.
We have a lot of work ahead of us.
Type in the chat who you think gets the next goal. Either the team. Are we going to see another goal? Do we end here? Who do you think scores next? Team and player.
I'm going to say Firebirds because they've done this a lot as well. Like, if they get behind, they go all out in the third. That happened game 3. They were behind by 2 goals. They came back. So I'm going to say...
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks. I'm going to say Potts. Next goal.
Potts. All right. Chris Anderson. Is that a athlete from Seattle? He looked like an athlete. Built like an athlete. How do women's soccer teams improve year by year? Is there a draft? Is there recruiting free agents? Yeah, all of the above.
They have a draft.
They have a draft. They have players that come over on loan from European teams. They have free agents. Yeah, it's like a full blown league.
Yep. What up, Angel City FC?
Oh yeah, they just got rid of Freya Combe, their
Mm-hmm.
head coach. They have a dispersal. They call it, I believe, they call it a dispersal draft. It's an expansion draft, and they'll
Yeah.
have one. They'll have another one coming up because they've got some teams that are coming into the league.
Yeah, that's right. They do.
The
It's a good
Bay,
league.
yeah, they're in their 11th
Ah.
season this year.
You know,
Um,
if the score holds up, this will guarantee that I will have 5 consecutive series where I see a handshake line.
there you go. Well, I mean, you don't know that for sure.
I said if it holds. If it holds and Hershey wins, it'll guaranteed end in Coachella,
All right.
either in 6 or 7. Man, do you know how many games I've worked this postseason? So many. So many games. I now understand, like, so Sarah covers the Chicago Wolves. She was pretty tired after the whole thing ended, and she was tired. But she only covered the games.
Yeah, well, it's exhausting. I was fatigued after the Kraken.
Now, yeah, I'm fatigued as it is. I mean, it's a long grind. More so because of the fact that the home schedule was so compacted. Because don't forget, this Firebirds team, they played almost the entire calendar year of 2022 on the road.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have their first home game until the week before Christmas. So when you think about a team that has overcome so much adversity, it's this Firebirds team.
Yeah.
They've overcome a lot to get to this point.
I hear you. I was LOLing at the sign that was just on the broadcast, Operation Hibernation. Technically, bears torpor. They don't hibernate, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we're gonna get scientific here,
yeah, I learned that term. I was on like a job interview. It was a very strange job that I had no interest in. Although apparently I was
hey,
good
it's
at
Grant Fuhr.
Grant Fury, yeah. I saw him on the screen just a minute ago.
That's my boy.
Grant
That's
Fury.
my guy.
Grant Fury. Oof, that was nasty. All right, I'm gonna re-up. Well, they gave the second. Okay, Vecchione had the assist.
We have pretty amazing fans.
That's pretty dope. I'll be right back.
Oh, they're gonna show part 2. So for those of you fans that are watching on Root Sports, or you're watching at like a local bar in Seattle or something, they're gonna show me again. Based on what Gino just said, they're gonna show part 2 of that whole series. So Seattle fans, you get to see my shaved face in part 2 of that series coming up. So yeah. Whew.
All right, what did I miss? I'm not.
Oh,
There we
I'm
go.
about to be on. I'm about to be on Root Sports again.
Nice.
So you can watch that right now. You could react to. Well, yeah.
Mm. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have made my drink, and I've got my hibiscus little ice cube at the bottom there. We are good to go. We are good to go. All right.
Woo.
All right, folks, here we go. Get your stretch break. Get your beverage of choice. And
Hey,
get
Gino.
fired up. Hey, from Ukraine. Very cool. So you can watch on NHL Network.
They're gonna show me again right now.
You can watch on
Oh my
NHL
God.
Network.
I could hear my voice. It's so weird.
You're not on for me yet.
It's such a weird feeling.
Oh, part 2. There's a part 2. You looked right in the camera. Baby face. Well, we're hoping you're staying safe.
Yeah, stay safe.
Everything. It's one of those where it's a blessing and effort sometimes because you have so many things, but so little time to get them all working.
My friends are making a big deal out of this.
We are lucky to have our ribbon holders, which I can utilize the ribbons to kind of help with if Fuego's got his drum going, I can switch the ribbons to get loud just to kind of help get everybody on board and helping Fuego out. We've got one of the biggest, I would say, end zone scoreboards I've ever had. It's in a really good shape, if you will, for hockey. Obviously, we have all the other vitals for the game, so your score, your clock, and your shots on goal. We can keep live hockey there, and then it makes it great for our videos and content that our creative team built for, so that we can keep going each game.
After the players have warmed up for the game, it's time to warm up the crowd. On Kristen's cue, the fans are welcome to the game, and arena host Tim O'Brien. Sometimes for these fans, you're kind of the first contact they have with someone on the screen or someone.
Did you get interviewed by Evan as well? Is it in part 2?
Because of the intermissions and in between whistles. Then the players take the ice, and the starting lineup is heard. That job falls on public.
Here we go.
Jason Hernandez. So throughout the game, I have a script that is given to me before the game, and I typically go through the script every game, and I have to read all the ad reads, who's officiating, who's scratched, starting lineups. I got to get all of that going. And then during the game, ad reads for that, goals, penalties, assists. Anything that could happen during a game.
Yay, JD.
Hosting various contests and fan interactions.
Standing by for Fuego's intro in 3, and go t-shirt toss.
All right, Firebirds fans, who wants a t-shirt?
I got a t-shirt.
Nice. There you go. Hashtag fired up.
Fans will also hear Jason making but none more exciting than what follows this.
Yeah, and so she's down with you in
Yep.
Well, I guess it changed once Kristen left, but they're across the ice now from Kim and up in like a broadcast booth.
I could hear it. I love that the crowd reacts to True.
We have a great rapport during the games where we'll kind of like feed off each other at times. She'll tell me like, okay, hit it now, hit the goal call now. We feed off each other so well, and I think it makes each of our jobs easier. She knows hockey. That helps. Anybody can, in event presentation, can call a game off the field. You also have to know the sport you're calling too. I can see her in the penalty box at times using that look like you're gonna rap. Otherwise, all right, I'm on it. Yeah, she's been great. She wears a lot of hats. I know here, so super thankful for her. She does a great job.
Whether the Firebirds are winning or losing, the show must go on. Kristen and her team are always on the job, making sure the fans are well engaged and having a good time.
Woo! I've seen some of this before. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah, I'll be there next game, so
Gotcha. I don't know why
we won't have to rely on videos as much.
It's so dark in here. Woohoo!
Yay, Kristen.
Yeah, man, I don't have any links for you, but yeah, absolutely, we support. We know what's still going on there, and we want to make sure you're safe. So,
yeah, absolutely, stay safe out there.
Man, life is something.
Mm-hmm.
The world, so many different things going on, you know.
A couple friends in Seattle like, you're on TV. Like, yeah, I know. Like, I'm aware I'm on TV.
Very cool.
Well, hey, you're on TV sometimes. I mean, you know,
I'm on TV sometimes.
doing your thing.
Doing my thing, yeah.
We've seen you pop up on NHL Network once in a while.
Yeah. NHL Network, NBC Sports.
The 4-letter network.
Not the 4-letter network. It's true though.
Yeah. Look how far we've come.
I know. Look at us.
Man, I know.
Look at us.
Look at us. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Yeah. So JD, technically, we've never met in person then, because we didn't connect in New York.
No.
It's so wild to like communicate with people regularly that I've never actually met. But I mean, I know what you look like.
Yeah.
I see your face.
For now.
For now.
This will all be gone in 2 weeks.
For now.
I was kind of hoping it would be gone by today because this part is getting a little much.
Oh. Okay, so
this is getting a little much right now.
I would love to know what is the history behind the hockey beard, but also like what are the rules? Like, is there any trimming allowed, or it's just it has to go wild and free? Wild and free. Wow, that would drive me crazy. I mean, I don't have the capability to grow a beard, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, it wasn't always there like in the original 6 days. I would say it started. I've heard varying degrees of different stories. Some say
Okay.
it could have begun with the Flyers of the mid 70s, all those scraggly
Okay.
guys. Some say it could have begun
That
with the New
tracks.
York Islanders.
That also tracks. Of course, it was like those grungy teams, right?
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah.
what's
Those guys
interesting?
had some beards.
Imagine if the New York Yankees were a hockey team. Would they grow a hockey beard?
No, they would not.
If anything, they'd be like, you have to shave head to toe. Everyone's blank as a baby.
No. We don't see the playoff beard really in any other sports because
No,
football's
they do it
postseason
in
is
they,
very
they do it in baseball.
baseball. They kind of started doing it semi recently
No, no, no. Boston did it when they made their run.
in 2004.
Was that '04? Yeah, sure,
That was
whatever.
'04. Yeah.
Yeah, no. You see it.
By by comparison, it's more recent.
It's just not as
Um,
grungy in other sports.
because their
I'm not
postseasons
a
are
fan of
not as
beards,
long.
but beards are not my vibe for reasons.
Hockey postseasons are long.
Just hockey
It's a
seasons are long. Period. Like
it's a
I don't know why
grind.
every round is 7 games. It makes no sense to me. But
Waiting
and then
for
no shootout. Let's just have them hobble along the ice. And then you wonder why it's like broken sternum here, broke foot in round 2 there. Like it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous.
oh my vocal cords were blasted after that triple overtime game against Calgary.
I'm a fan
I
of the
was like,
shootout. I will have everyone know. It's not fun to see people gassed, and that's when people get hurt. I don't
yeah.
understand
That
why.
that being said, I still love sudden death. Well,
Shootout is sudden death.
I've always liked golden goal.
I'm okay with like a 10-minute overtime, 2 5 minutes, 10-minute OT, and then go to a shootout. I don't want endless OT. That's ridiculous. I will never not think that. It's heartbreaking either way. It's like, oh, you really want a game to end that way? Do you really want a game to end with 3 players on the ice and a breakaway? And just like, it's like, yeah, I didn't bust my hamstring, so I guess I'll score this puck. I think it's ridiculous.
Wow, Coachella Valley looks not good to start this third period.
John Hayden, he's got the flow going.
Yeah, he does.
He's got nice hair, nice hockey hair. Riker Evans.
What are we doing?
Joey Dax, are you breaking in a new glove? What's going on here? This is actually very tasty with my hibiscus and the vodka.
I gotta go back to the tequila here because they're not playing well to start this third period.
I gotta
And
get
we've
a
got a delayed penalty.
lovely. I gotta get a little cooler in here. This is my studio, basically. Maybe I get a sponsor to get me a sweet little mini cooler, mini fridge. I'll just
Coachella's about to go on the PK.
crack them open. I assumed as much by your speech. It's just sloppy game.
This is about as bad a game they've played maybe all postseason.
Do you think
And,
there's
like,
any way? Do you think there's
go ahead.
any way we see Drieger in this series?
The only way we see Driegs is if he allows like 6 goals. Or like something egregious like that.
Ty Cartier.
I mean, Decord hasn't given up that many bad goals this postseason.
I mean, it's also just like mentally sharp. There's a difference between, like And that's what I like about hockey. You don't see it very often, but in theory, you could make a goalie change and then swap it back. It's not like
Yeah.
a forever substitution, just like everything else in hockey. It's a change. I remember the Riveters did that once. It was the first time, again, newer to hockey, but it was the first time I've ever seen someone do that. I was like, oh, she can just come back. But he just needed his goaltender to like take a minute, take a beat, talk some things through, and then go
It's
back in there.
definitely happened in the Stanley Cup playoffs before. Need to remind everyone of the bathroom incident of Roberto Luongo.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But didn't Bobrovsky, that happened with who does he play for? The Panthers?
Florida, yeah.
Yeah, I think they swapped in and out. I don't remember.
They swapped in and out briefly, but it wasn't this. It might have been this year, but
I'm pretty sure it was this year because I don't know anything about Bobrovsky before this year.
So Roberto Luongo in the Stanley Cup playoffs had to take a break to the bathroom. This was a game that happened at the pond.
Mm.
And when he came back, Anaheim had scored the game-winning goal.
Well, that's unfortunate. Next time he'll just piss his pants, or hopefully it was just a pee.
It was not.
Well, there you go.
That's why he left.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. That's so strange. Didn't okay.
Referee just took one hard.
Yikes. All that work, Maxie, and you couldn't even keep the puck.
I know what's going to happen. Like, Coachella's going to come out after this first TV timeout and just come guns a-blazing. Because they have not done much offensively.
Crazy.
Yeah, this is legit their worst game all postseason.
Boo.
Well, this will be the last time I join you live because Game 5 I'll be at Spotlight, and then every game after that will be at Acrisure Arena.
Well, we're glad you could join us. I mean, hopefully we'll see some sparks fly late in the game again. They got it going in the last half of the last game.
Yep, that's what it's looking like again. Disco's got a lot of fire up there.
Man. Wow,
he's got a lot of fire up their ass right now.
This is good vodka. Wow. It's very smooth. I like it. It's local.
Yeah, this drink is pretty smooth too. I like it.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, come on, guys.
Yeah, is it fatigue? I mean, that's what's a little curious to me. I don't know. There's a lethargy, but is it from fatigue or is it just being absent-minded, like not being mentally sharp, which again is a form of fatigue. So, I think they're giving
maybe
me
a little bit of mental
Dallas vibes.
Maybe a little bit of mental fatigue, but just overall sloppiness.
It's not great. It's not great.
Like, you can kind of tell when they're
not.
Well,
that was
when they're not putting the foot on the gas.
No. It's like straight up cruise control, but on a bumpy road.
Which they've done so much this postseason.
Yeah.
They like to give me those extra paychecks.
Well, hey, you'll take it, right?
Yeah.
Man.
Maybe not like this. This is stressful.
Riker Evans can skate, man.
Oh! Woo!
I'm gonna see it soonish. Way to keep that in. Alexander True, how tall is he?
6'5".
6'5". He could play in the W. Hello!
What a move.
Wow. That was almost a Alexa Grushow goal. He was falling down.
I love the steal. I love the forechecking that went on right there because Evans stole it.
Well, first of all, it was kept in. I don't
By
think
Riker Evans.
it was Riker Evans. I was gonna say I don't think it was True that kept it in, but that was a laser shot.
Evans, McCormick, Frodes.
He stopped that puck. So that's what I mean, for me, other than the goal, that was the play of the series, of the sequence, was keeping that in, because that was shot like a light towards the blue line. I almost said
Am I allowed?
Go for it.
I got to see how many goals he scored this postseason. I want to say...
Get your notes. Kristen, fax us the deets.
I have it here. Firebirds goal! Scoring his 4th goal of the postseason. Is it his 4th? I think it's his 4th. Now I need to actually check. That's what I'm looking for. How many he scored this postseason.
Oh, I have the
5th. His 5th. He has 4.
5th. Okay.
Scoring his 5th goal of the season. Number 28, Jesper Froden. Assisted by number 17, the captain, Max McCormick. And number 41, Riker Evans. Time of the goal, 7:01. Once again, Firebirds goal scored by Froden, assisted by McCormick and Evans at 7:01 of the 3rd period.
So what's the goal song?
It is Hell Yeah by Rev Theory.
Hell yeah.
But it is a special version of Hell Yeah because we go halfway into the song, and then on the second chorus part, the audio says, "Let's go Firebirds, clap, 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 clap."
Got it. I don't know
Sick
that
song.
I don't know
Sick
that song,
song.
but I will look it up. I love the goal song for the Kraken.
Nirvana, baby.
That's it. We heard
Okay.
it during the preseason for the first time. And it's like, I love how they just fit in. Let's go Kraken. I like it. Like, just, it's so sick. It's so sick.
Yep. We do the same thing with our goal song as well.
I figured.
Let's go Firebirds. Whew.
All right.
Please come back and win this one.
Ooh, there it goes. The swirl.
Just win this one, guys.
Let's go. All right.
Yeah.
We've got one more goal to tie, take it to OT again. 2 more, get it done in regulation.
And we'll go from there.
Who did you say you thought was going to score? I forget now.
I didn't say Frodes. I said Podorowski.
You did say Podorowski. That's it. He pulled an Alexa Grushow. Hey! Ooh!
Firebirds are waking up.
Oppo. Went Oppo. Top shelf. Woo! That's nasty. That's nasty. That's nasty work. Yeah, we didn't mention Jesper Froden when we had that question earlier. And we
didn't.
Striatic, you're right. He did spend some time with Seattle.
Yes, he did.
I like it. I remember hearing that song like for the first time after Seattle got eliminated, and it was like exciting, and then I almost like started crying.
I am going to be sad when the season ends,
Sure.
because it has been such a ride.
Naturally.
If they win the whole thing, at least I won't be crying at the end of it. I mean, I'll be sad and then happy. Like, man, what a ride. Actually, no matter what happens, like, what a ride.
What a ride. You'll get to see my friend either way. Well, we don't know. But
We don't know.
Either way, potential to see my good friend, Haley.
Yeah.
Man, she's awesome. Like when I tell you, I've gotten to know some awesome people through women's hockey. And then so like when I come over to the men's hockey and I'm like, oh yeah, I know this and I know that and I know this and I'm just like,
don't forget we had the WHPA hockey final in Palm
I
Desert.
know. I was gonna go to that, but then I got called in to do some PHF work. But I was gonna go there. So yeah. I know.
Oh
also,
man,
Seattle
Marie-Philippe
hosted-
Poulin will forever live in our nightmares. She's nice, but
she's
as a
sweet.
fan
She's
of
the
Team
sweetest
USA,
person. See, I'm a fan of chaos. I'm open to all options as long as it's chaotic. So
I mean, I like the chaos,
I love.
but I'm
chaos.
also Team USA all the way.
See, they don't get
And
my
I will
loyalty blindly. If anything,
I will forever be haunted.
Czechia is my team. I'm not
Okay.
even gonna freaking lie. I love Team Czechia. I love Team Czechia. They have some of my favorite players in the PHF playing. Like just I like how they play. I like how they play.
Yeah.
Denisa Krishova, Teresa Vanishova, who scored the game-winning goal.
another bad
Yep, we got
penalty
it.
just taken. This is going to be
We
Riker
got it.
Evans for holding. Firebirds
But,
are taking a lot of bad penalties
So good.
in this game.
Katarzyna Mrazova. Like, oh, they're so good and they're disrupting women's hockey. And I love that. Chaos. I love chaos. And more of them are playing in the pro league here in North America.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe some more are going to come. But also, they've opened the door for. We've got the German national team goaltender playing for the Connecticut Whale, the Swedish national team goaltender playing for the Connecticut Whale. You've got a Finnish. She used to play for the national team. A little controversy there, but Nora Ratu. It's a good time for women's hockey. So here, I'm hoping I get a chance to add to my tally the most broadcasts in league history right here. I'm 100.
That'd be
plus.
nice.
I'm 100 plus.
All
I'm
right,
at like
so
120
Coachella's on the
something.
PK right now.
They are.
Joe Snively passes it back out to point to Connor McMichael. McMichael back to Snively on the right side. Gets it in deep. Still has it. Loses the puck. And it goes back to the blue line. Back to Connor McMichael. Back to Snively. Back to McMichael. He shoots it in and just trickles wide. Now we have Henrik Borgstrom playing it back out to McMichael. Back to Snively. Gets it in deep to Mason Morelli, who tries a shot on. And it gets blockered wide. And now Coachella Valley with a 2-on-1. Shorthanded. And Carson Tworinsky just takes a whack towards the goal. Goes off of Hunter Shepard into the netting. And we got an offensive zone face-off for the Firebirds with 9:06 left in the third. 58 seconds left on the Hershey man advantage. This is a good PK so far. Firebirds are getting sticks in lanes. This is the Firebirds team that we're used to seeing. This is what we've been needing to see all game long. They're using their active stick. They're getting in lanes.
Love to see it.
Yep, this is what we've needed to see all game long.
I like it.
Oh, Truzy, okay. Now we got Truzy, Goose. Looks like Maxi and Rafs on the PK. Big save by Joey DeCord. And that is almost cleared. Oh, boy. More active stick from the Firebirds. And Joey with another active stick. That one is cleared. Out of the zone. 15 left on the power play for Hershey. Joey's going to play it, and that will be cleared, and that will do it. Big PK for the Firebirds. 8:10 left in the third period. Still a 3-2 game. I haven't done play-by-play in a long time.
MPP, so much fun watching her live. And the rivalries, that's right, at CPA.
She's fun to watch.
She's really goofy, yeah. She's engaged now to Laura Stacy. Laura Stacy is now, as someone who is from the United States, Laura Stacy, she's one of those players where I was like, man, if I played hockey, I would definitely check her. I'm that kind of player. Like I'm obviously defensive minded. I was a defensive athlete in all sports that I played, but also, I mean,
not me. Not me.
I mean, like, would I have been an enforcer? Maybe. Like, I didn't like to be trifled with, and I didn't like people messing with my team. So yeah, maybe I was an enforcer light. I feel like that fits my personality, though. I'm like, oh, you're gonna mess with my people? Like, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, don't mess with my teammates. Oh, it's nervous time.
Yeah, she's so good. I think Marie-Philippe Poulin, but especially Hillary Knight, as they, they're literally in a different decade of their career. They have made so many strides and improvements. And I don't think that people, because in hockey, when you're on the wrong side of 30, that's a bad thing. But in the women's game, like, they've had to be at the top for so long, and they've sustained that. And now women's hockey, I think arguably it's the best hockey I've seen, but
some of those players, some of them have adapted so well.
Exactly.
To, I don't want to say like the newer style of hockey, but it kind of is a newer style now than it was.
There is a hybrid. I mean, I've been talking a lot to people in the women's hockey space, and like this positionless hockey, and we talk to Allison Lucan all the time on the podcast about this, because I'm old school and I don't like positionless anything. I think you have to have established positions, but seeing it in the women's game, it's a little bit more digestible for me. And so what you see is defenders stepping
Firebirds fans on TV, what up?
You see them being more in the offense, but then also you're seeing offensive minded players be better at picking up sticks and going body to body, and you're starting to see that more in the women's game, and I think that's really exciting.
Yeah, I'll co-sign on that. Sorry, I'm watching and Firebirds have woken up. They're awake now.
Let's go. So back end of the second and the third period in the last two games, small sample size, but to Striatic's question earlier, in the last two games, for sure, it's been the third period where we are working on all cylinders, firing on all cylinders, firing, if you will. Aha.
They're fired up.
Let's get fired up.
Oh, big hit by Matt Tennyson. By the way, hello to Evan Pitnick on the broadcast.
Yeah.
Pivs is a good guy. All right, 6.5 minutes left. Firebirds gaining momentum.
It's about playing time, as Lizzo once sang.
I could see the fans getting a little bit nervous in Hershey. There's a lot of empty seats there.
Ooh. Are there? I think it's pretty full.
It's pretty full.
I think it's a good crowd.
It is a very good crowd.
I mean, people move around. You also got to, account for that.
I can't believe we're going to break the 500,000 playoff attendance mark. A lot of that has to do with the two teams in the finals, because oh, what a hit! The Firebirds are here, and they're not to be messed with.
Lego.
And the Firebirds, I believe, are about to go on the power play. Hershey took that one a little too far.
Boo.
So, a massive opportunity for the Firebirds coming up. 5:45 left in the third period. If they can strike gold here and tie it up, Hershey's going to have all the pressure on them. All of it. Firebirds are still...
Oh, baby. Let's go.
Hmm.
Let's go. I'm so excited.
I'm only slightly nervous.
Let's go.
By the way, just a quick 10-second thought. The Sparks still frustrate me.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of them. I saw them play Phoenix early, like the first weekend.
Losing that game to Minnesota. Ugh.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's how I feel
11.
about the Liberty losing to Atlanta on Tuesday.
Oh, what the hell was that?
Well, Sabrina
Wow.
Ionescu wasn't playing. I
Yeah.
do like that Marine Johannes was the leading scorer, but just yeah, they got to figure that out.
Yep. All right, so Coachella going on the Spotlight 29 power play.
Spotlight 29 power play.
We got PP1 back on there. So we got Potts, McCormick, Karts, Evans, and Lindy.
There's so much Ryan Donato in that promo that it makes
Oh
me
crap,
mad.
oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Oh, what a stop, Joey. Okay. This first unit has not been firing on all cylinders today.
Oh, I see it. Breakaway stopped. Joey makes me nervous with those poke checks.
Yeah. He's not nearly as bad as Yaroslav Askarov of the Admirals.
It's just like, bro. And it's bit him in the butt a few times because then he couldn't get his shoulders back in position and they beat him glove side.
Yeah, Joey's starting to take risks, which we don't need. All right, so we're going to change it up. Are we going to change it up? Yes, we are. Wow, PP2's coming out early on this. Oh, big stop by Hunter Shepard. Good shot by the Firebirds there. Truzy looking to equalize it, but nothing there. Schultz, back to Froden. Back to Cameron Hughes. Gains the line. Back to True. Back to Jimmy Schultz, who keeps it in the zone. And Hershey will clear it on a nice little poke there. 30 left in the power play. Yeah, this is nervous time.
I don't know why this is so dark. I gotta figure this out. Whew. Here we go. Crunch time. Let's go.
All right, Rafts.
Get fired up.
Rafts to Hughesy. He got crunched. Oh, boy. Dylan McElrath just took a huge hit on Cameron Hughes. And that's going to eliminate the power play.
Nullified.
This power play has been lacking lately for the Firebirds.
Nothing doing. Oh, baby.
But here comes the forecheck again. Oh, nice play by Shane Wright, keeping it in. Keeping it behind Hunter Shepard. Oh, errant pass. I want to say Tworinsky. Oh, damn. Bad bounce there. Bad bounce.
Woo!
There's been a few weird bounces these last couple of games.
Is the puck not cold enough?
I don't know.
Gotta put him on ice, baby.
Put him in the freezer. All right, Joey DeCord is looking towards the bench, so he's going to think about leaving in the next 30 seconds to 60 seconds.
Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I got
boy.
it out. A couple of wild whacks. I like that. Here we go. Let's go, boys. Do we have the magic in us?
I don't know. They gotta pull it off now.
Go, go, go. You're going to find out before me, but...
Joey is inching towards the bench, not clearing yet.
It's getting loud in Hershey.
Joey's going.
Empty net.
Joey's off. 105 left.
Yeesh.
Oh, good tip by Johansson. Good defense. Very, very, very good defense, I'll admit, by Hershey.
They're solid there.
Oh, what a dive by Johansson.
How much time are you at?
31 seconds left.
Oh, you're still okay.
Yeah, we got to have a timeout called by Coachella Valley.
Oh, baby. Yeah, that's on the replay. Yeah. Just saw it. Woo!
Hey, a Coach Bombay jersey.
I still think the Coach Bombay, like Air Bombays.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's a good call. Good call there. That was from D2. Start of D2.
Yep. Milwaukee Waves. I downed my alcohol, so it's all gone.
All right, well, I gotta catch up then. All right, here we go.
I needed to down it right now.
Let's go. The mom's hiding behind her child, or the parent, or the adult hiding behind the kid. That was funny. Oh, look at those noise makers. They've got like the South African World Cup. What are they called?
Vuvuzelas.
Wow. The Dream beat the Connecticut Sun. Whoo! I can't wait to talk some.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Series is tied.
Well,
it's going to end in Coachella Valley.
One way or another. Oh, his helmet came off. He's got to go off the ice, kiddo. All right.
This is
All
a
right.
must-win for the Firebirds.
All right, folks.
All right, so I'll give my quick breakdown here.
Quick breakdown.
The Firebirds they came out a little bit flat in this game again, which has been kind of an issue. They need to keep their foot on the gas for the entire 60 minutes.
Complete 60.
None of this kind of lollygagging in the zone. The forecheck just was not there for about 30 to 35 minutes of the game, which is unfortunate. I know Disco is going to have a lot of words to say to his team after this one. Another one-goal game. Showing. Another one-goal game.
Which, again, silver linings. We talked about that on today's episode. Silver linings. I'm the silver linings gal now, but the silver linings. You're in this game, so imagine if you bring that intensity that we saw earlier. And this is a problem that we had with the Seattle Kraken in the first season, where I was like, you know what? We shouldn't do just like a light morning skate. Like, go all out, like you're played the first period earlier in the day. And then maybe by the time the puck drops for the first time at night for the game, then you're ramped up and we get to our second period peak. Now, I know I
think that's going to wind up happening.
Like, you have to, like, sometimes you have to manufacture that. I mean, hello, has anyone seen The Last Dance? And Michael Jordan did all kinds of stuff to manufacture things in his own head to push himself to perform. And that's what you need. If you're about it, if you're about that life, that's what we need from Coachella Valley right now.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad game by Joy Decord by any means. I mean,
no.
There was one goal I'm like, maybe. But in general, he did not play a bad game.
No.
Hershey, in general, just kept the foot on the gas. They had a lot more shots.
They had the intensity. They had the will to win.
They made Joey work a lot more than the Firebirds made Shepard work. And this is kind of Hershey's game. They like to play a grinded-out, slow-paced, not many high-quality shots in general. Mm-hmm. That's what they've done all year long.
Yep.
But it's going to be a huge Game 5.
Woo! So, and you'll be at Spotlight, right?
I'll be at Spotlight on Saturday, and then obviously at Acrisure for the rest of the series.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jason, for joining us. Jason J.D. Hernandez, the PA announcer for the Coachella Valley Firebirds, and, of course, host of Locked On Ducks, joining us.
Let's stay fired up, guys.
That's it. We have to. We have no choice, right?
Yep.
That's it.
Gotta win two.
Clean slate. So just win 2. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Yep,
win 2 games. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Especially 2 at home. Whew.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, I mean, just 2. I mean, just 2 either way. Just 2.
Win the next 2. Win the next 2.
Win the next 2. Exactly. Win the last one at home. Either way. Win the last one. That's what's that's what has to happen. You win the last one at home. There's no choice now. But
absolutely.
Win the next 2. And that's what they did to start the series. So who's to say we can't do it? I love it. All right.
Well, JD,
there you go. JD, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you, everyone, for staying locked on Kraken and by extension, the Firebirds as well. But we're going to call it a night. I got a podcast to record. So take it easy, everyone, and we'll catch you for the next game.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Bye-bye. Take care. Stay fired up. Let's go.